Oh. Right, here we go. Oh, God, blimey. I've just seen myself on the telly. I don't like watching myself on the telly. Right, here we go, people. We are night. Oh, look. That looks like we're live. Actually, let me just make sure I've got this right before I do anything. There I go. Looking as dishevelled as usual. Let me tell you something, I've never been so busy in all my life, do you know that? I knew it was me wanted to retire when I was 35. Charlie Edward, let me tell you something, Charlie. I'm working on your case after this one, so don't panic. If my old mucker's out there, let me have a look and see where he is. And I think he is. Right, I've come on a bit early. I know you're going to be highly disappointed at this, and I can't say the reason why, again, right? I'm not going to be on long. I'm probably about 15, 20 minutes at the most. That's because we're up to our necks in some other stuff. Let me express this to you. I want everyone to pray for a certain little girl. I'm not going to say who that little girl is. I'm not even going to mention her mum, even though I can mention her mum. There's some serious stuff that I will be talking about by the end of this week. And I can't believe what's going on with some of these people. Good evening, boy from the black stuff. How you doing, Stan Peter Finn? Oi, oi. Wisman, evening, DD. Dave Holden, good evening. Good evening to you. Yes, I'm on. Hello, everyone. BFD Bandit, Charlie. Let me have a look and see if there's anyone else on there. Cockney Geordie, good evening. How you doing, son? Before we kick into anything, I'm going to say this because it is important, right? I might even start cutting the shows down in terms of their length on here. I did say this to you before. I'll probably do 15 minutes on here to catch me live, right? I won't say anything controversial, right? And then we're going to switch over to the webinars. And I will be, and I'm going to be switching on and working on that tomorrow. So you should be pretty cool with that. Someone's sending me messages, and I ain't got a clue who it is, but I'm going to have a look and see what it says. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Yeah, listen. Right. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more about that. Sorry, excuse me, let me just get this right. Oh, toothache. Right, hang on a minute. Anyone who hasn't subscribed, do yourself a favour. You want to subscribe to this channel. And then there in the corner there's a bell. What that does, it sends you out a notification that I'm live, or if you click the all button, yeah, if I send out a post, which is like a little postcard picture, and it will be like a meme and tell you what's going on. I've got to get back onto the mailing side again, which I'm going to be doing shortly. But just to let you know, if you hit that bell button and you say all, don't forget also to set up your phone, if you're on a mobile phone, or your computer, if you're on a mobile. And what you do is when you're on the YouTube channel, you tell your system, and it's not difficult to do it, go and Google it if you... Yeah, Google. Right, if you want to, or DuckDuckGo it, or any other thing you want to do, right? And just say, how do I set my computer up to allow notifications, or my phone notifications? And what you do is you click that on, and then when it goes live, and then people often say to me, oh, now I've done that, I'll get all the notifications. So that's that side of it. This is another important thing, to like it. The more you like, the more you share, the more the channel goes out. What's really important tonight, and it is important for everyone to understand this, there are elections this week, right? We need everyone out there to understand what's going on. And what I'm going to do is show you this. Now, I won't be going long, so anyone who's just tuning in now, like I've just said, I'm not going to be on long, probably 8:15, at the most, about 15 minutes, because there's a load of other stuff going on. I'm working with other cases and I've got to get stuff in. And I have got to do that. So hopefully after this week it should calm down a bit. Right, so what I'm going to show you is this. Where are we? Screen 3. Let's put my little self down there. What we're going to show you on the screen. Now, I've already done this. Prior to this, I've done a little tiny video, 2 minutes long. Get it out there. Paiju, if they're out there, if you can think of a way of creating that in a short video that shows people how they should be voting, and want to send that out, you're welcome to get that out there on social media. So the little video I did before this one that I uploaded, vote Tilbrook in Essex. What you want to do is get that out. You want to get it out on social media. It's a tiny little thing. Just get it out there and share it. If you're in other areas of the country, yeah, don't matter where you are or even the world, right? On Facebook, if you can find places in Essex, Essex community groups, Essex, I don't know, council groups on Facebook, on all of the social media platforms, on websites, on chat groups, and whatever, on Mumsnet, if there's anyone that's on that, yeah, get this little video out there in Essex. It's important, right? And bearing in mind we do support women in a big way. I've always supported women in a big way, you know that. No, you know what I mean. That's what, all I'm saying is for self-defence purposes, etc. I think it's disgusting what the British have done to English women, English girls in this country, and made them literally defenceless. Every other nation allows self-defence except this British mob. Ray Edmonds, how you doing? Listen, Ray Edmonds is Supermod, right? That's what you got to call him now, Supermod, right? Good evening, Tracy. How you doing? Getting out there, everyone. Dave Holden, Tracy Truthism. I'm going to give a call out to a few people all coming on board. I know it is Bank Holiday Monday. I am grateful for everyone coming on the show just to have a quick listen to what's going on. There's a lot of cases in the background. I have got 6 in front of me that I'm working on. So just to let you know, that is part of what we're doing. Grateful again for all the assistance I've received from different people to allow me to do some other bits and pieces with certain other qualifications. Also, we are doing other bits and pieces. John Pierce, thank you very much for appearing there. We're doing other stuff with the union, so don't forget the union is I am literally a full rep in terms of employment law. So if you've got any employment issues, join the union. If you haven't joined the union yet and you've got an employment issue, I think they'll cut some sort of deal with you. You could end up with me represent you in a tribunal court. That's it. So where I have got rights to audience. There you go. So less big, please. Right. So evening all. Hi Dave Holden. Let's have a look and see who else is out there. 5x5. Take it you can all hear me and everything's going well. So what I'm going to do is show you this. Essex elections, Priest and Crime Commissioner. There it is on the screen. So what you really want to be doing, you're allowed to have, as this says, 2 votes. It's called a preferential vote system. It's not first past the post. It's a preferential voting system. If there's more than 2 candidates, which there is, right? Otherwise it would revert back to first past the post. We have won these elections before. We won in Doncaster some years ago before UKIP and the treasonous Nigel Farage kicked in, the Benedict Arnold of this country. And I just want to say to everyone, if you want to start to feel the vibration and the movement politically, then you need to get out there and do this for you. Now, I'm really grateful that people, and I still ain't got the video sorted out, which I will do, promise you, by tomorrow. I'll bring the video up and show you. We was out at Clacton, been out of these different places. We give out lots of leaflets. We've done all this stuff. So, and then everyone who went out there, I'm really grateful for you doing that. Now, this is a mock-up of a ballot. So what you've got there at the top there that nobody wants to vote for, you definitely do not want to put any crosses in any of them 2 boxes. and that's the Conservatives. They're the people who are killing this country. They are as treasonous as Labour and Lib Dems. The only people that support you anywhere in this country, if you're English, or the English Democrats. That is a fact, right? So you've got Robin Tilbrook, solicitor extraordinaire, and there it is, English Democrats, the only one with an English flag, putting England first, as it says, more police catching criminals, and obviously we have also brought back to you and put on the political agenda the right to keep and bear arms, because it is current law in this country and it was policy of the government to disarm you. And now you are seeing the consequence of that, to be frank. So there it is, there's the cross. Now you don't have to put a second cross in there for Robin, you just put a single cross and that's it. Do not mark the ballot in any other way, because doing so or writing some message across it or spoiling the ballot, that don't do you no favours at all, right? Robin is not what I would term a politician. He is an English Democrat, and he is someone like me that believes in the rule of law, right? So we're going to be pushing that. Now, if you really want to do another type ballot, there it is on the screen. You can vote for some strange reason, you've got some, still got some weird love of Labour. You can vote first choice again. First choice is always Robin Tilbrook, right? There it is there. And then if you wanted to vote for Labour because you've got some pangs of guilt because your ancestors used to vote for Labour, then you can vote for Labour if you wanted to in the second choice. Then you've got the other one there, and I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to have to switch this off because it's pinging like a nutter. And there's the last one. So if you wanted to, so again, Robin is the first choice. Look down the bottom there, and you've got Liberal Democrat as your second choice. So you've got column 2 is second choice, column 1 is first choice. You must only put a single cross in that row, in the first row, and a single cross in the second row. That's the way this works. If you do anything else, yeah, the ballot is void and spoilt, and you've wasted your vote. You've wasted your time, and you've potentially, it could be one vote in it, and Robin could have won it. So just bear in mind. So there it is there. That's what you can do. There's a vote, first column. If you'll notice, every first column, the X is in Robin Tilbrook. Next to, just think about the English flag. That's all you've got to think of, right? And there it is. And then if you really wanted to vote for Labour as well, you could. And there's the other one. If you don't want to vote for anyone else, you don't want any secondary votes, that is not a spoilt ballot. That is a valid ballot, and you're just saying, I only want to vote for Robin Tilbrook. There it is. Cross, cross, bang. Done, right? That's it. Can't say any more about that. Let me go back to my main screen, which I'm going to do now. Put myself back on the main screen. I'm hoping everyone understood what I just said. Give me a 5b5 if everyone understood it. Now, what we're asking you to do is to push this video, and especially the video I've done before, go on social media. It don't matter if you're in Timbuktu, if you're in India, if you're in America, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, if you're in Canada, or if you're in Northumberland, or if you're in Manchester, or if you're in Kent, or wherever you are, right? You can assist us by that 2-minute video that I put up before this one. Go on it and share it to your social media platforms. Put it on Mumsnet, Essex. Put it on Facebook groups, Essex. Put it on whatever groups you can find, right? That 2-minute video just to show people how they should, right? Don't spoil the ballot. Means don't spoil the ballot means don't write see you next Tuesday, write across it with an S on the end or anything like that, because all you're doing is wasting your ballot. Yeah. If you really want to upset the establishment, if everyone out there wants to upset the establishment and say that's it, we've had enough of this, right? There's one person you want to vote for there, and that's Robin Tilbrook, trust me. So I'm really grateful. 5 liked and shared, well done. And get everything out as much as you possibly can. If you can, knock on doors, do what you got to do. Let's have a look from there. Charlie Edward, hello Tracy. Hello Graham, Truth Hunter. How you doing, son? West Ham fanzines are good for hang on. Let's have a look who said that. Swift and bold. West Ham fanzines are good to target Essex. Well done. Crack on with that one. If you know anything about that, I don't know what you're talking about, but that is the type of thing that I want to see in them comments. Well done, that man or woman. England till I die. Tear. The English are rising. Stu Ward. England. Standing. Would if he was standing in Hertfordshire. Yeah, unfortunately we haven't got anyone standing in Hertfordshire. Bloody any other night you're late, DV. Just tuned in. O's on 1915. Listen, after this week, I promise you faithfully, and again, I can't really get into too much detail about this, but there's so much going on. I mean, I've just counted, I've got 6 cases. So, and there's other stuff going on. So now that most people have tuned in, I want to say this to you. Please pray for a certain little girl. She's 6 years old, right? We all love her and we're willing her to breathe. I want everyone out there to pray. And I'm going to start you off with this one, yeah? Jesus and Lord, protect this little girl. I want you to send our energy for her to breathe, and I want you to assist her to breathe. This little girl is capable of life. She is capable of coming through because she's got a warrior mum that will make sure that she has a quality of life better than most of these judges and these other people. I'm not going to say who they are. But let me just say this to you. The energy that we send to that little 6-year-old girl, and I can't even say her name because of what they're doing in the background. Please send the power and your energy, your healing energy, and the energy to allow her to breathe. And all of us should pray to God and to Jesus that we can all pull her through with our thoughts. You know out there what our name is. Put our name in them prayers. Amen. BFD Bandit, he's been out there delivering leaflets. That's what I like to hear, son. You just keep going. Let's rock and roll with this election. Just get out there. Now, the other person that we really need some help for is Stephen Morris. He is the General Secretary of our union. He is the General Secretary. He stands up for your rights every day of his work in life, and he is standing in Manchester, right? We are not left-wing. We are not right-wing. All the BS you're hearing in the background, we are not racist. I have not got a racist bone in my body, right? We care about you. We care about you as the working class. We've had enough of the elites, and you've got to stand up and take this back. Let me tell you something, people, right? The only way you're going to do this is to get it out there, to get the message out there, and to take people back. So what I'm going to say to everybody, and you're going to hate me for doing this, yeah, is I've got to go. But get used to this, because it's going to be a 20-minute video in the future and a crossover to the webinar. and the webinar information is always going to be in the link, so you'll be able to go over to it, right? And that's what you're going to see. So I want everyone out there. Poppy lover, how you doing, darling? Yeah, as me shepherd's pie. The reason I say shepherd's pie is it's the nearest thing to pie and mash, really, isn't it? Sort of. But there you go. System CPU did a little mini wobbler then. Any questions from anyone? Any questions? Who said what? Naomi M. What did you say what for? Ooh, look at this. Don't forget to subscribe as well to this channel. Don't forget to save the channel and get it out there. Listen, you know, from tens of thousands of subscribers, again, they keep taking the channel down. We'll keep coming back. The British establishment, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again, right? What they've done to that poor little girl, you've only got to look and see what these same people are doing to our veterans. As far as I know, there is a massive, massive, massive ride-out this week on London, where all the biker groups are coming together. They say there's a minimum of 20,000 riders. And just to let you know, I'll be one of those riders. And you will see the flag of England. You'll also see a number plate with a little English flag on it and all. But you'll see me, Daddy Dragon. I'm just one of the riders, nothing special, joining the ride for a number of reasons. But I absolutely want to get as much support out there for the veterans. I believe what's going on is disgusting. I can say this to you on a completely different subject. I want everyone to understand and research. The British establishment have capitulated to terrorism always. They did it with Ergon, the Jewish terrorist group. They literally had our soldiers out in Palestine, and Ergon used to wrap our injured soldiers and mortally wounded soldiers with booby-trapped bombs, so that when the other British soldiers come along to come and rescue them, they got them as well when they blew them up. The British capitulated to that and gave Ergon Israel. The next situation, obviously, was Northern Ireland. The British were bombed into submission by the IRA, socialists. Go and have a look at their Green Book. I'm not telling you lies, people. I'll tell you the truth. I ain't the BBC, right? And these people, they're regarding themselves as members of parliament, cabinet officers, the monarchy, whatever you want to describe them as, I don't care really. The system, the British system, are now persecuting and prosecuting the average everyday person that was just doing as he's told. Now, just following orders, I agree, is a big no-no for me. They went out there to protect, and that's what they was doing. They was giving glass in sandwiches. They was giving tea with disgusting pit being urinated in. I was going to say something else then, but I won't, right? All of these things and a lot more, right? And this was done by socialists, namely the military element of Sinn Féin. They attempted to blow up the complete and utter British cabinet at the time, which was Margaret Thatcher, etc., in Brighton, in the Brighton hotel bomb. They have blown and attacked us in England mainly on many occasions. So, and they have attacked everyday people as well as part of what we would describe as the elites. They are socialists, they are evil, and if I had said to you 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that they was going to let out all the IRA terrorists, give them a pat on the back, give immunity to people with 30 or 40 assassinations to their name. So they had killed 30 or 40 people that were given complete immunity to prosecution. And then what they was going to do was come back and prosecute British soldiers, men on the ground, just doing their job in the army as instructed by the elites of this country, and they were going to be prosecuted and persecuted by the British government, right? So I want you to listen to that. I want you to understand who's doing it. And then I want you to understand that the rape of our children, English, predominantly English children all over this country, for the last 30, 40 years has been facilitated by the British. Do you understand that? The British have facilitated, they have covered up, and in some cases assisted with the rape of English children, girls all over this country. Go and read the book Easy Meat. Go and look at the instructions that come from the Labour Party. And anyone listening to this, even considering voting for Labour in Manchester, should listen to this and listen very carefully, right? It was the Labour Party that instructed the police that these girls that were being abused, raped, gang raped, yeah, and arresting the fathers for trying to rescue them. Listen to that. Just listen to that. I want you to listen to what I'm saying here, right? All of this situation is the British. The British hate the English. They hate the working class English. They hate you with a vengeance. And the only way we're going to take back this country is if you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. That's it, people. I'm off. Don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution. And let me tell you something, we're going to rip them a new one. Keep going. Keep pushing. Never, never surrender.